Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another movie review. This time around, I'm going to be reviewing The Negotiator, and this movie stars Samuel L. Jackson, Kevin Spacey, Paul Giamatti, David Morse, Ron Raffinke, John Spencer, J.T. Walsh, Sybil Fallon, Regina Taylor, Bruce Beatty, Carlos Gomez, Tim Kelleher, Dean Norris, Nestor Serrano, Doug Spinuzza, Leonard L. Thomas, Stephen Lee, Lily Nixay, and Michael Cutlitz, who is currently on The Walking Dead portraying Abraham. So yeah, Michael Cutlitz was in this film. So yeah. Before I begin, though, 10 seconds spoiler warning as usual for those that have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out, and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10 seconds spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those that have yet to actually watch the movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never gave a fair warning, because as usual I did. So yeah, as usual, quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then narrate. So basically, this movie follows Danny Roman, who is and he basically is accused of having murdered his partner. And he is accused of having murdered his partner, his police partner, because he is a police officer. So he's accused of that. And in order to prove that he's an innocent man, he goes to a very important building, kidnaps a politician, a businessman, and a secretary and two other civilians. And then later on in the film, he captures two cops to prove that he's innocent. And yeah, okay, really that's not the whole story, but his friend, he found out some stuff that he shouldn't have found out. Basically, that there are some corrupt cops within the field, who are embezzling money and stealing stuff and all the likes. And his partner, his police partner, he was killed due to the fact of his knowledge. So now, Danny's trying to figure out who the informant is. Who the informant is from who his friend was talking to, who got all this information. He's trying to find the informant to clear his name and to prove that there are some bad cops out there in their business, in their business, and to put them in jail and whatnot. So yeah, the logic behind this movie. So yeah, accused of committing a murder. So in order to prove yourself innocent, you commit an even bigger crime, kidnapping a politician, a businessman, two officers, a secretary, and then two other civilians. Yeah. Great logic in my opinion, really great logic. So yeah. Yeah. Overall, it was actually a pretty good film. I thought this to be. I thought this was gonna be like an action thriller, maybe an action political thriller type of thing deal. And it really was something like that. Something that I expected, like a crime drama, action crime drama thriller type of thing. And it very much was like that in my opinion. But there wasn't as much action as I had hoped for. But the action we do get was pretty intense and very well done in my opinion. So it was really good. And I really did like it for that. So yeah, the writing and the acting are very well done in my opinion, which is a good thing. And I'm not completely sure if this is true, because I've heard mixed reactions to this thing that I've been hearing. But I hear that Samuel L. Jackson and Kevin Spacey, that when they were doing their phone calls and whatnot, that was mostly improvised. I don't know if that's completely true or not. That's what I heard. I don't think it to be completely true, but I do see it as possibly being true, because it was actually pretty comedic. It did have its comedic side at times, and it was very funny in those times. So yeah, Samuel L. Jackson's character, he was the negotiator. Basically, what that is that he negotiates with the criminal to stop, come out, and be arrested without any problems or any further problems. And he uses that type of intelligence, his background in police work, firearms and explosives. He uses his knowledge and all that to I guess maneuver through this setting that he has to go through. So it's pretty interesting, and he is very smart, very intelligent. And the reason he wants to talk to Chris Sabian, who's Kevin Spacey's character, the reason he wants to talk to him is because he's the one officer he knows. Chris Sabian is the one officer he knows the least about. So in order to I guess help him in the situation, he has to get the person he trusts the least in order to help him prove that he's innocent, or knows the least, um, to prove that he's innocent. Because if he goes up to someone that he knows very well, they could be a corrupt cop, and who knows. Uh, so yeah. I mean, some of the logic behind this movie is just kind of funny. But it does work for the movie. It does. Ultimately, it does work for the movie. And it's very well done. I do have to say though that the first 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, are a bit off. They are a bit slow in my opinion. But then again, they were kind of building up to that point. I mean, they were kind of just building up to that point to when the shit actually hits the fan. And that build up was actually pretty well done. It was well executed, but it was a bit slow. So it was kind of tedious and slow, but it was very well executed. So again, props to that. And honestly, just that slow section, the first 15-20 minutes being slow, would be my only negative about the movie. Aside from that, maybe the last 10 to 15 minutes are also a bit odd in my opinion, just the way it's executed. But I mean, the thing is that those last 10 to 15 minutes, they're in this house. Chris Sabian manages to get Danny Ramone or Raymond, which is Jackson, Samuel L. Jackson. Basically, they managed to escape that whole situation after the FBI takes over. They managed to escape that whole situation, and they go to this one house that's linked to the corrupt cops and whatnot. It's linked to all this mess, and I mean, that aspect was pretty interesting because there's also like a mini shootout in that house, and the way it was shot was just pretty interesting to see. Um, so yeah, but that scene was kind of weird in and of itself because of the logic again behind it, but overall it did work out for it, and overall it was a pretty good movie. And on a rate from 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty good movie, and yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. So definitely do stay tuned for that. Besides, comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment all that down below. Let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.